Hello, Libra. Hi, Aries. Welcome in, you guys. I wanted to do a check-in message with you, and I will explain why in just a moment. Astrologically speaking, between Libra, Aries, and Cancer, the cardinal signs, there is so much craziness happening in the stars. Anyway, I'm going to start off by doing a collective reading for both Libra and Aries, and then I'll draw separate tarot and oracle afterwards to get more specified messaging. Right now we have Neptune, Saturn, and as I record this, the moon at between 0 and 1 degrees of Aries. The 0 to 1, or really the 0 to 2 degree of any sign is like the creator degree of that sign. It's a very concentrated energy. And although Neptune and Saturn are retrograding and therefore at the 1 degree of Aries, that actually even makes it more powerful, in my opinion. And then you throw in a 0 degree moon in the same sign. We also have Mars, Aries ruler, in Libra at 2 degrees while all of this is happening. Now, Libra, of course, you and Aries are opposite signs. So we have Venus and Mars pairing up all over the place. We also have Jupiter and Venus, Libra's ruler, in your fellow cardinal sign of Cancer. Or Cancer is a cardinal water sign. So we have Venus, Mars, and some pretty amazing emotional energy going on. The one cardinal that's missing at the moment is Capricorn, but Pluto spent 16 years in Capricorn and it left at the beginning of this year. So it's marking a huge change for all of the cardinal signs. Anyway, last year, Libra and Aries had the North and South Node in your signs. Well, that's our collective soul's trajectory. You also had eclipse season. There was a total solar eclipse in Aries. And at that time, there was amplification of solar storms. And also there was a partial solar eclipse in Libra. Same thing. Very, very potent energy. And that's really just playing out now. So with all of this, now, not until the beginning of next year will Neptune and Saturn go direct in Aries. Chiron is there too, but Chiron is right near the end of the degree. So I'm not including that in this, but still. Anyway, at the beginning of next year, all of those planets are going to go direct. So what's happening now is kind of planting the seeds for when that moves forward sometime around the middle of January next year. All right, Libra and Aries, let's get into the reading. Let's see what's going on for you. I don't even know what to call this, like a cardinal storm. Let's call it that. The cardinal signs are very passionate. Each one marks the beginning of the new season. So you guys are literally charged with bringing in the new. It's interesting because Libra and Aries, as Mars and Venus, represent the relationship opposition. The self, which is Aries and Mars in the first house, and then the other, which is Libra in the 7th house and Venus, and is kind of finding that balance within always. Now, Aries can be, obviously, being Mars and fire and cardinal, it can be a lot more upfront about relationships and communication and taking action. Libra, being Venus, doesn't want those extremes because it throws things out of balance. So again, but Aries is saying, well, if we want what we want, sometimes we have to throw things out of balance. What do we have? Trust yourself. Well, that's interesting. This is about knowing that you've learned what you've learned and you can. So loud outside lately. And you know what, you guys, right before I sat down, I actually heard like high-speed motorcycle chase outside. And that, of course, brought to mind Aries energy, but trust yourself. You could be looking at taking new risks in your life right now. Okay. Our imagination is all alight. So maybe a lot of ideas coming to you. Let's get another one. That's number 31. So if I reduce it, it's number 4, which is the Emperor, Aries energy. So trusting yourself to be in full command of your own choices. Like I was saying, sometimes the thing with Venus or Libra energy is that it does require that you trust yourself when you're making difficult decisions, right? Libra energy. Collateral dreaming. this a collaborative dreaming about working together, you and the universe. Maybe it is about wishing for something. Okay, let's see where this goes. Let's get a wisdom for Libra and Aries. Time for a nap. Okay, let's get another one. Collaborative dreaming and time for a nap. That's pretty interesting link there. Unfinished symphony. Well, the symphony is our life and we are the composers. So there's something here that's unwritten. Maybe it was in time for a nap right in the middle of it happening. There's more to unfold in this story. I like the musical reference because it always brings to mind Libra, Venus energy. We have regeneration, time for a nap, and then the symphony continues. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see where this goes. Let's get into it right away with the lights here. We also are a day when Jupiter and Venus moved into conjunction. It's a day after Mercury direct and 2 days after a full moon in Aquarius. Let's see what you're leaving behind for Libra and Aries. The Knight of Wands. Well, this is kind of an unfinished symphony. This could be a creative idea, something that you were very, very excited about. This is Aries energy. It could be a relationship as well, a situation. But the Knight of Wands is very enthusiastic. He gets things started, but he doesn't necessarily worry about what now. Where do we go from here? Something could have been abandoned midstream. But it looks like that kind of reckless, or not reckless, let's say exploratory energy is in the past. Okay. I mean, for some of you, it could have just been a new endeavor as well. Let me see you now. I'm getting heavily creative vibes, and that's not surprising. Okay. What is happening here? Nine of Swords. I'm looking at you, Libra. The Nine of Swords is anxiety. It's staying up all night. It's trying to figure out the answers to things that you can't possibly know the answers to. It is about trusting yourself. So it looks to me like maybe taking the next step, or we'll see where that goes, is going to require that you trust yourself. Because obviously to go any deeper, it's going to mean commitment. We'll see what this Nine of Swords means, but time for a nap, that looks like a lot of stress. Yeah, we have the Nine of Wands, fire energy. This is a lot of stress. Well, it's having been through a lot, that's for sure. It's reaching the end of a path, though. Hard fought for. We have 2 nines here. So again, unfinished symphony. There's just a little bit further to go. Now I'm curious what that symphony is about. More fire energy. Look at the strong Aries coming through. The Seven of Wands is about fighting for your dream. Now, in this card, I always point out how she's kind of in an energetic bubble, and all of this energy is trying to reach her, and she's like, no, blocking it out. Libra, that looks like you on the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Cups. Now, I know it's water energy, but Cardinal Venus, it's about speaking the language of love. Could be an offer that you want to make. Something that maybe was abandoned. Something unfinished. Could be an apology. With that Nine of Swords, there could be a lot of stress around it. We also have 2 knights here. Okay. Let me see the next steps for you. We have the Seven of Cups, water energy. Something confusing. However, the Seven of Cups is also about imagination and dreams. Time for a nap and unfinished symphony. 7 Wands, 7 Cups. I feel like this is a dream or something that you want to create. We have that Knight of Wands. So in order to complete the symphony, we need 3 more cups. Could be about collaboration or coming together with somebody. Let me see the energy surrounding you. Okay, then. This could be another person. Oh, we have death and rebirth. Interesting. Scorpio energy. Maybe you're worried that somebody around you or a situation that you've lost a chance. And there's something you're unsure about with the Seven of Cups. Okay. If it's a dream you can still fight for, or a situation. What's in the challenge? It's like, are we still having the same dream? Can we still work on what we said? We have Temperance energy, Sag. And Temperance is about patience. It's about divine timing. Oh, but we do have that Knight of Wands, right? And Temperance is about kind of learning how to, I was going to say, handle your own energy. And on the bottom, we have the King of Wands. Well, we started with the Knight, Leo, Aries energy here. The King of Wands has mastered this. He understands how to work with his passion, his creativity, his leadership. Some of you could have been waiting for a person in your life to reach this status, and for others of you, it can be about you getting to that place. Let me see a potential outcome. Interesting, the Symphony reference again. The King of Wands is very creative. And then an Ace of Cups, a brand new beginning. Well, the Ace of Cups also, though, unfinished Symphony. And we saw that Knight. And then I see the Two of Swords, where there's the indecision, Libra, at the crossroads. And this is about not wanting to make a decision until you're certain, until you can see very clearly of where that's leading. But we have Seven of Cups here, so you can't. And this could be what you want to offer. For some of you, you could be waiting for that to come in as well. But I'm getting, did I lose my chance? Okay. Let's do some clarifying. Let's go to the Naked Heart. Oh, interesting. We have the Nine of Swords on the bottom of the Naked Heart, which is right here. So this is where you are now. Okay. Trust yourself. It's worth the fight. Is that what I'm getting? Well, let's get into it. Let me see the Knight of Wands in the recent past. This is what you're leaving behind. And we saw that King. So it's a certain, oh, well, look at, we see the King. Okay. One more. That's the King of Wands in this deck. The Ten of Wands, the end of the cycle. The King of Wands, you're graduating. You've reached that place. He's very confident. He's a natural leader because he trusts his own passion. He trusts where his heart is leading him. I see. Now, whether that's something you want to create with this Seven of Cups, a dream, I'm getting that for a lot of people. But of course, it's Neptune energy. And right now we have Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Aries. So, okay. I didn't even get to ask. We have the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. This can be about collaborations, getting on the same page as somebody, working towards it. I said we're missing the Three of Cups. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave that out over here. But this can be about creating something, literally like creative. Unfinished symphony, it could be music. Some of you, but not necessarily. Let me see you now. Why the Nine of Swords? What's going on here? Why don't you trust yourself? The Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. Why don't you trust yourself? Or do you think that you missed an opportunity, something to do with your work? We have collaborative dreaming. Okay, Seven of Cups is the dream. Three of Pentacles is collaboration. Time for a nap because we have this busy beaver, which is very hardworking. All right. Well, then let me see the Seven of Cups, please. The Ace of Cups, the Two of Swords, which we already saw. And then I see the Five of Swords. Okay. 5 and 2 is Seven of Swords, another seven. 7 wands, 7 swords, 7 cups. And then we have the Ace of Cups in the outcome. So this is you making the decision to do whatever it takes. Yeah. Page of Cups. Remember we saw the Knight? Well, the page is just a little bit smaller of a step. This could be somebody that you want to reach out to. I call this getting my toe wet in the water for some of you. Now, for others of you, Eight of Pentacles and all this, it can be about you stepping into your own leadership with that King of Wands. And claiming this new beginning. All right. Let me see death and rebirth in the surrounding energy for Libra and Aries. I was just thinking, well, we have the King of Wands, but I haven't gotten your majors yet, you guys. I usually do. All right. We have the World in this deck known as the universe. The World is that 10 of Wands, 9 of Swords. It's the completion of a cycle. And then we have rebirth here, reinvention. That's very interesting. Okay. The Five of Wands, Aries energy. The Five of Wands is again very much about it can be creative. Yes, this can be about putting your creation out into the world. It can, Five of Wands can be about communicating excitedly, back and forth ideas for some of you. And then for others of you, remember I said the Seven of Wands with all the energy coming at you. There's the Five of Wands that's coming at you. Could be a lot of people around you who have something to say. Let me see Temperance. There's the Ace of Wands. Very inspiring energy. Let me see Temperance in the challenge. The Innocence of Wands. Look at all the fire coming out. Well, we are in Leo season too. In this deck, the Innocents are the pages. And this is a new idea. It's a spark. But it can be about communication too. But no, we go from the page to the Knight in a different deck to the King. So this has been fanning a flame or a creative idea or something within you. Heading towards an Ace of Cups to finish what? Symphony. Can't wait to get there. Is this making sense at all, you guys? I really hope so. The Five of Cups, yeah. And then the Naked Heart, okay. You know what's interesting is I said we haven't seen your majors yet. Well, the Naked Heart comes after the World, which we have here, and before the Fool, Aries major, which is a new beginning. And the Naked Heart is not the Nine of Swords. It's about trusting yourself. If in the past, Five of Cups, you've done certain things that you now regret. Remember I said, where's the Three of Cups? Well, there's 3 cups spilled over in the Five of Cups. So if there's things that you regret or something you thought you missed the boat on, this is saying to not carry that with you, Nine of Swords, towards this new beginning. Let me see the Five of Cups. One more, please. The 5 and the Ace is the Six of Cups, which I call a return to the innocence, to the belief. Are we going to get all the wands? Yes, we will. Look, 8 of Wands. Oh, very passionate, very, again, creative energy, very fast moving. Could be communication. There could be travel. And then we have the Hierophant, the Strength, and the Lovers. Oh, well, I'm going to move into your individuals, but we might as well end with 3 major arcana. The Lovers is Gemini's major. We have Leo with Strength and Taurus with the Hierophant. Ooh. What were you meant for? That's what I keep getting. The Hierophant is very much the Pope of the Tarot. Can be your spiritual self calling to you. This can also be about actually starting your own business. And it could be very creative based. 2 of Swords and the Lovers about making a decision. And then Strength is about having the courage and the integrity. Lots of Leo energy, which we are in Leo energy. So there's a lot of passion and creativity right now. And the need to push forward. But you'll notice we don't see the Fool yet. Because 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, almost. The Fool comes after the World, right? Which is right here. And then the Naked Heart has to come first. So I don't know what that's about. Let's get into your signs. Let's start off with Aries. Actually, okay, under the 8 of Wands. What is it? The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. All of these pentacles. So about building something. Could be about investing as well, even. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with the wisdom for you, Aries. What's going on here? The land of milk and honey. Okay. Yeah, all these pentacles. And again, about working with somebody on a dream. Let's have another one. Not for you. Look at how the hand of the universe is underneath the chessboard with the fortune cookie. 10 of Wands. Trust yourself. Okay. Again, maybe in the past you've learned the hard way. I mean, evidently, because you're coming through now with the King of Wands. Let's have one more. And death and rebirth. So you've learned some stuff. And then peace. Okay. Ace of Cups. All right, let's get some tarot for you. Let's go to the wild unknown for Aries. I saw that Knight of Cups too, right? Where there could be an apology or something. Okay. The 7 of Wands. Look at the Ace of Wands burning there in the center of the shadows. And all of these wands up front having to fight through a new beginning, a possibility. I mean, that Ace of Wands, I always say, is your heart. Now, for some of you, you might have had to block out situations or people who were not suited for where you want to go. Look who it is. I called out the Emperor. I called out the Emperor with Trust Yourself, number 31. We have number 4, Aries energy, Mars energy. 10 of Swords. There it is. There it is. The Emperor does what's best for his empire, whatever that means. If it means that you've had to cut some people out or situations, it's a chapter closing once and for all, and it's very decisive action. The World. Wow. Okay. 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is victory and success. We see the 5 right here with Temperance. Okay. Let's do a couple of talisman for you, Aries. But that is 10 of Swords in the World, a full-on completion of a cycle, and out comes the Emperor, ready to create something new. Ace of Cups. Okay. For some of you, it definitely could be about your work, about your business. We have collaborative dreaming, working with somebody else. What's this? Resilience. No wonder we have the Strength card. And then mindfulness, Nine of Swords. Okay. Let's get another one. But trust yourself too, that you've learned what you've learned, whatever that was about for you. We have Luna, so we've got the moon right there. We have a new moon coming up at the end of the month in Virgo. And then confidence. I said that from the Page to the Knight to the King. Beautiful. Okay, Aries. And I don't know that I feel romance, but it does look like you want to work in partnership with somebody, perhaps. You know what, Aries? Let me get you a romance angel for those of you where it is. For Aries. Love yourself first. Ace of Cups. And restoring your confidence. And then wedding. This situation involves a marriage. Hierophant. That can be about commitment. And the Emperor is husband material. So maybe there was some growing up to do, Aries, or development, or self-forgiveness. There could be, for sure, with that Five of Cups. All right. That's interesting. Let's get you some astrology. This could be astrological energy in your chart and somebody around you, or just overall influencing the situation. Oh, okay. Aries. We have the fourth house. Well, that's interesting. That's Cancer's house, house of the home. The Emperor. Oh, the 12th house, Pisces house. Now, remember I said we haven't got to the new beginning. That's your house, which is the first. Comes after the 12th house. Transformation. And then we have the thinking energy, Nine of Swords. Okay. Let's do one more there for Aries. Wow, Saturn. Wow. Saturn in your sign. Interesting. Saturn is the lessons that we've learned. It is about doing things the right way. Knight of Wands to the King of Wands. And then we have the descendant. There it is. That's the 7th house. Libra energy. I love it. All right. It's quite a process there. And now the land of milk and honey. I see. Okay. Okay, Libra. Let's go. What do we have for Libra? The never-ending story. Cancer and Capricorn got that as well, I believe. One of them did. Yeah. But the never-ending story is cycles that never seem to stop. It's like just when you think that you've reached the bottom or the last of the Saturnian lessons, you haven't. And meanwhile, this fairy is perched up there on top of a timer, and inside that sand timer is his heart. And you could be worried that you missed something. You ran out of time. Treasure Island. Yeah, ran out of time. There's a tortoise here swimming a treasure box full of hearts. The tortoises swim slowly, but still. Okay. Happy, happy on the bottom of the deck. Let's have one more. For Libra. A leg up. Working with somebody. Collaborative dreaming. Now, with that Knight of Cups that we saw, you could be wanting to offer help to somebody, or they to you, either way. But I am getting working together. Yeah, because happy, I always say two happies mutually agreeable. Very Libran energy, right? Okay, Libra. We'll do the, okay. Wild unknown for Libra. We have the Hanged Man. There's a lot of majors coming out. Pisces major. The Hanged Man is very wise, but he's learned to become that way by withdrawing from activity, like spending a lot of time alone, changing his perspective. Okay. The never-ending story. I see. Feeling stuck. But that is, again, where a certain perspective is gained. Okay, let's get another one. We have another hanging upside down and air energy here. The Eight of Swords. So were you holding yourself back, Libra? You could have been. But look at this butterfly, and then we see the 9, right? Look at this butterfly. Transformation has already occurred. He's not leaving the cocoon for some reason. Eight of Swords. That's a mind trap. Could be stories that you're telling yourself. Could be fears, doubts. One more. Oh, look who shows up. Look who it is. There's the Fool. Aries major, that new beginning. Yeah. Oh, I love this. The Ace of Swords. Now, Aries has the 10 of Swords. We got 9 in the shared energy. The Ace of Swords is clarity. It's truth. It's making a very decisive action, decision. And then the Fool. Let's see. I mean, that sword cuts down the hangman and cuts loose that butterfly from the cocoon. Oh, there you are, Libra. Oh my. We have Justice, your major arcana, and Aquarius with the star. Whoa. That's very powerful energy. A leg up. This could be somebody who comes to you who's quite well known. Or Libra, you could be offering that to somebody. Sheesh. But we have that unfinished symphony and the star music. Is it Libra? Oh, who is it? Venus in Cancer with the 2 of Cups. Partners. Who is it? Oh, beautiful. I already called out the 6 of Cups, 5, and the Ace, right? This could be somebody from your past. It could be very strong soulmate energy, or you think so. And you want to come back and say, I'm different now. I've grown up. Knight of Wands to the King. For others of you, though, this can be actually collaborative dreaming. It can be like that soulmate energy that you're communicating in the 5D. Maybe you've had lifetimes together. Let's do one more. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. We have Temperance. We have Justice. Pentacles. Did we already see them? I feel like we did. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I mean, Libra, this could be somebody around you. The King of Pentacles is very serious energy. That's somebody who could offer a leg up. Whether that comes in the form of helping you with your career, that could be, or in some other way. Wow, they're watching close. That's for sure. Ooh, Libra. Okay. Some talisman for Libra. But also, no, I'm not getting that that's you. Wow. The Emperor and the 6 of Cups and Justice. I mean, that can be family as well. Blessed day. Leg up. Okay. Karmic justice. Getting what you deserve. Overcome fear and leadership. Look at that, Libra. That is basically what this reading is about for you. From the Knight to the King and getting out of that Nine of Swords. Why am I getting Libra another one? I guess. Okay, Libra. Okay. We have Cancer energy. Let go. Let go or be dragged. Nine of Swords. Let go. Beautiful. Let go of the past. How about a romance angel for Libra? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. It can actually be a creative partnership. For some of you, it could be both. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Safe. And then true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Libra. Let's get you some astrology. But don't be afraid. Nine of Swords. And the Naked Heart, right? Chiron. It wanted to come out. It's in the final degree of Aries. Now, Chiron is our deepest unhealed wound. But it is also the wounded healer. And again, we have unfinished symphony. It can be about creating something, using what you've learned from the past or what you've been through. Okay. I just want one more. They keep wanting to give us like 10. And all of a sudden it's so hot, like every wand on this table was just activated. The descendant showing up, that sits in your house of the 7th house. The transits, where we are. Okay. And then Cancer energy, Venus and Jupiter in Cancer. Interesting. Scorpio on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. We did have a lot of water come through. Okay, how are we going to close this? Let's get some Lovers oracles for both of you. Okay, Aries. Let's see, what do we have? Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. The Fool, the Naked Heart. If you want it to be. That's key. I think that's key. Might require you leaving something else, Aries. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Yeah, of course you do. Look at all the wands, and we have trust yourself. Trust yourself. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Aries energy. And doing what's right for you. Maybe with you blocking out people, maybe people tried to get in your way, Aries. With the Emperor, it can be a person a lot of people rely on. They may not want you to take that risk. Libra. Look deep I feel like there's two, but no. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. We have all that strong Cancer energy and true love. But you and Aries both get look deep in the heart. You notice that? Balance. Libra. Love is not always about agreeing for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Maybe that's what you've learned, you know? Like I said, sometimes you've got to stir it up to create balance. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Trust your heart, the Naked Heart, and the Fool. This is a crazy symbiotic reading. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you. I love you guys very much. Happy Cardinal season, I guess. I mean, it's Leo season, but Cardinals have it. I'll see you soon.